Welcome to the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast with your host, life coach Jeff Relaford. This podcast is designed for those who wish to change their inner self in order to maximize outward potential. So come redirect, regroup, and refocus with your number one life coach, Jeff Relaford.
Hey, what's up? Hello. It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you with another episode of What People, the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast. So, y'all, once again, we are here in the studio, man. Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, BNO Productions, man. We have a studio that we come in here and record it now. It's a beautiful thing, man. So I'm letting y'all know. We are also doing video production as well and recording of podcasts. So if you are in need of a place to come and shoot your podcast, or you would like to be a featured guest on either the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast or the VNO podcast, y'all can come out here in Maryville, at Purdue, in Crown Point, and boom, bada bam. We got a studio we can go ahead and have some people come to. It's a beautiful thing, yo. So today, after I got all this out the way, people, today, the episode is about community. And I really want to tell you why it's going to be about community today. It's about community because the issue and the problem is a lot of people are having a hard time building. And I'm going to say this. And what I mean by building is building business, building relationships with people, and just building your dream overall. And I'll tell you why it's hard for you to do that. It's hard for you to do that because you have not yet mastered the art of building community. Now, I got to point this out. This is something that my cousin has been showing me, and a few other people have been showing me also. A lot of times, we have our specific networks that we want to try to reach, right? And we try to niche it down a lot. And see, I have to be careful about how I say niche. Okay, because when I say niche, I'm not talking about just saying a certain skill that you have, and then to reach that one audience, you don't niche it down to that. But you have to remember, if you're going to niche down your product, it does help to really reach the people that you're going to reach. You know what I mean? But see, what I'm really finding out that in the life coaching game, now I'm giving up game to people now who are life coaches. If you want to niche down and get people interested in what you're doing, niching down to me as a life coach is just being able to become relatable down to their level to make sure that they get what they need. So that's what, to me, people, that's what it's really about. And that's why, and that's why I really want to focus on community. Because right now, I'll be honest with you, my cousin has me running with trying to get in these connections with people who are rappers. You know what I mean? Who have different professions, but I'm finding out we still need to understand what life coaching is. You'd be surprised. A lot of people really don't understand what life coaching is. And on top of that, I'm a mindset coach. So with that being said, I have a great way of how I kind of market and do this. You know what I mean? So I can really easily have a conversation with somebody. So to really make it so that they understand it. You know what I mean? So that way I just don't have to explain life coaching, but I can still wrap in and explain what I do and how it pertains to the want or the need of the person. But building community is great. So the first thing I want to talk about and really expound upon is being able to extend your reach outside of your current network. Okay. Now, what I mean by being able to extend your reach outside of your current network is you already know if you're just starting out in business, okay, you already know who you're reaching, right? You know who you're reaching. But do you know the other possible people that you could be reaching? Do you? You have to ask yourself that question, because if you don't know who you could be reaching overall, I feel that it is a disconnect that can happen. You know what I mean? Real talk, I'm going to say this. Your product is really good for everybody. That's the mindset that you have to have, that your product is good for everybody. So when you start talking to people, then you just start sifting through. You start sifting through and seeing who the ideal person is. Yo, when I sit up here and I market my stuff, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I market my stuff to everybody, but when I market it, it starts to get honed down because when I have the conversation with somebody, when I start being a little candid with somebody, I do a lot better on person-to-person sales. I'm gonna be honest with you because it's a way for me to connect. You know, I'm learning the game of online. Okay, I'm learning the game of online. You know, to an extent, we all moving online, trying to sell something. You know what I mean? And trying to make a name for our product or our service. But with that being said, you know, good old fashioned person to person selling is not going anywhere. And what that does is that helps you in turn create the community that you want. What I'm realizing, people, is that you can't do anything without people. You can't do anything without a consumer. Your consumer is the people. Your consumer is your audience. You can't do anything without it. So why not take the chance to expand that just a little bit further, people, a little bit further, and start talking to everyone? Because I'm telling you, I've realized that I didn't know that dealing just with peace of mind. And I'm going to say this. I come across a lot of people who say, man, Life Coach Jeff, I really need your book. Life Coach Jeff, I really need some help because I ain't got no peace of mind with stuff. Man, I show them the book. They start filling out some stuff with it and they're changed because of it. My book allows you to go ahead and really focus on things, your inner self, so you could work on you. You'd be surprised about how many people aren't really looking at themselves, or they're struggling to look at themselves. Because I'm going to tell you this, as a life coach, one of the hardest things to realize, or in any niche, is to realize your shortcoming. You know what I mean? So sometimes with dealing with what I deal with, you have to remind yourself of that. I remind myself of that all the time with how I move, the circles that I'm in. Sometimes it's time to expand and grow. That doesn't mean that you have to completely leave circles. Now, I want to let people know that. That doesn't mean you have to completely leave circles, but you have to understand how you wish to leave or keep present circles in your life, right? So everybody who's connected to you adds something to you, right? You don't want to be around people that take away. There are some people that can take away from you also. But you have to remember, keep the mindset of the people that you are around. Everybody adds to you. So with building community, if you want to keep people around who add to you, you have to expand your reach. You have to expand your network to other people. Now, this ain't for my dog walkers, right? This ain't for my people who sell a specific product. More so, these are people who provide a different type of service. OK, so this can be my tax people. Get in some of the rooms where you're dealing with people who have either unconventional jobs or different jobs. You know what I mean? It's good to network with people who are in different realms. That's what we got to understand, because building a community, yes, it starts like for instance, there's a business that I know of. I can go there right now and it won't be packed to the brim. And I'll tell you why it's not packed to the brim on certain days. Because if it was packed to the brim on certain days, on like every day, we'll just say every day. If it was packed to the brim every day and everybody wanted to go there all the time, you know, it could flourish a lot more. But people don't go because the owner or the particular owner hasn't done a lot to build that. They build a small community. I give them that. They built a small community because they've been around for some time. They got some skin in the game. But what else can you do to expand your community reach? You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you, I feel the best thing that you can do to expand community reach. Now, this is within your business, within yourself, personal life, all that other stuff. Expanding community reach, you have to be relatable to people. Okay, you have to be relatable to people. My thing is, for instance, is somebody I can meet today and tell them that I have a podcast, and I can gain a new listener just based off me talking to them. That's all it takes, people. Expanding the reach. This means that you can be available for everybody, but not available for everybody. Does that make sense? You can be available for everybody, but not available to everyone. You know what I mean? Because to an extent, you still have to back away. You're going to have people who are interested in what you're doing and people who are not interested in what you're doing. But the only way you find that out is by talking to people. A lot of times, Market research, right? They always say, do market research. What are your numbers? How many people tell you no to how many people tell you yes? How much dollars are you putting towards advertising? And how many clicks are you getting? You know what I mean? How many people are actually showing up to respond to the information that you're putting out there? You know what I mean? Because views, and I'll tell you this, we can look at views a lot of times. A lot of times there are people looking at your stuff. I don't care if it's for 10 seconds. Okay, this is what marketing and advertising has taught us in commercials. They can run a 30-second commercial. If somebody listens to what you're talking about for 30 seconds, it'll be certain things that they're going to look at. Like, for instance, I have the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast running down. That's indirect marketing. Somebody is going to look at it and say, oh, okay, I couldn't remember what his podcast was. It's that right there. Somebody, oh, what does this man do? It says Life Coach Jeff Relaford. Who is he affiliated with? It also says founder of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, LLC. So you see, you're creating different segues indirectly so people can look you up. That's what you got to do, people. That's what you got to do. You can learn that from how other big brands market and how they network to people. Like, for instance, I haven't had McDonald's in, Jesus, it's been months since I've had McDonald's, but every now and then I like to get a double quarter pounder with cheese. Real talk. Every now and then I like to get a double quarter pounder with cheese. And McDonald's don't have to do much. They got billboards everywhere. Billboards and commercials. I can see that commercial for 10 seconds. Just the McDonald's name alone can spark me wanting to go out and get that double quarter pounder with cheese. And they might mess around and get me again because I might go back for that mango smoothie because, hey, I'm going to tell you something. That McDonald's mango smoothie is fire. You know what I mean? So just that one little bit of marketing and advertising that they put out there, it invoked a thought that I already had in my own mind. So then in turn, it made me want to go out and buy. And then it made me want to go buy more. So this is the thing. Even if McDonald's isn't your thing, they put something in your head already. Whether it's positive or negative, right? Somebody can easily look at a McDonald's commercial and say, I'm not touching none of that. Oh, it's just nasty. It's not good for your body. It's doing A, B, C, X, Y, and Z to you. But somebody else will say, oh my God, look at that juicy burger right there, yo. You know, I'm about to go out right now and grab this thing. You know, it invokes some type of movement. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't believe in negative movement. If somebody just doesn't like what you have, they don't like what you have. You know, stick to the people that do like what you have. Stick to making content and creating things that people who like you will gravitate towards, because then what will they do? They'll go back and they'll tell other people, right? Once again, people, we are on here talking about community. And this is the biggest problem that I see that be going on with people. I say that be going on with people. That is going on with people right now, because a lot of people can't succeed. It's just due to the networking part of it. You know, what really opened up my eyes to, because at times you want to stop. You know what I mean? You think nobody's noticing what you're doing, so you want to stop. But when I got around people who are outside my friends and family, okay, outside of my friends and family, who really looked at what I was doing and they didn't buy from me out of pity. They bought from me because they liked what I'm doing and they wanted to support it. See, there's a difference. Somebody saying, oh, okay, well, I'll just buy from you because, you know, they got their little thing going on. But when you actually get around people who are actually doing it, they'll buy and support from you because they like what you're doing. I'm going to tell you something what I did, y'all. Let me break this down to y'all. It's a guy that I work with. His name is Dylan. He has something called Exotic Enrichments. Okay. Now, I'm not, by no means am I trying to advertise a market. I'm telling the story. And I have to say this to y'all because he has a great product. I sat at work, talked to him. Great product that he got with somebody with. He literally watched a YouTube video, said, hey, people were asking about that. And he recreated it. Found a guy who can actually make the product for him, and he did it for him. And my guy is just starting off, and he is making bread off of that. It's called exotic enrichments. So what he deals with is he deals with reptiles, people. He deals with reptiles, preferably snakes. He owns a ball python. So a lot of people don't think that. It's kind of like when you have a dog, right? We sell toys for dogs. What he does is he sells playgrounds for reptiles. Yo, some of y'all might think it's stupid, but it's a marketed a niche for it. It's something, man, and it's cool. But this is what my guy has done. And he knows that a lot of people won't move on that type of idea. He's taken a space and he busted a hole wide open in it. And now he's moving. But what did he do? He answered the call. He looked at something that somebody was responding to, responding to on a YouTube video. He said, hey, there's a market for that. And then when he talks, guess what? He told me about what he was going to do. When the product came about, this is the whole point why I'm telling the story. When the product came about, I bought one from him. And I'll tell you this, I don't even own a snake. I own a little dog named Selena. Okay, I own a little dog named Selena. She's a Maltese. She's a little over a year old. You know, she turned a year old in August 1st, my little baby. And I bought it for her so she can, like, because, you know, you have to stimulate a dog's mind to get treats out of these toys. That's why they make dog toys. And they put the treats in them so that you can work their mind and they can have something to really stimulate the brain with. I bought it because there was a need, even though I don't have a ball python or a snake or a reptile. I saw that there was a need to make it a dog toy for a smaller dog. Versatility, people. And when I showed him the video, he was like, oh, man, that's pretty cool and dope. I didn't even know it could be used for that. Well, there's a market for it, sir. It could be marketed also as a dog toy. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. I supported Dylan because of what he was doing. Fellow business owners and fellow people who are also in the same circle as you, who see your vision, will support you. It doesn't matter how far ahead of you, how far ahead of them you are, or as far as behind of them that you are. You know, one big key thing is if you're starting off, you want to put yourself around people who are way farther than you, because that means they got gems, they got knowledge, different things to drop on you that you can't get from other places. Experience is the best teacher. And if somebody can pass on their experience so then you can then experience, come on now. That's one of the best things you can ever get out of life, yo. I don't care. It might be somebody sitting up here looking like, this brother ain't talking about nothing. No, but it means something. I can tell you because this is what I have done and what I have been through. These are the things that I am building on right now. And I supported this man because he has something. So I'm going to tell y'all to go ahead to Exotic Enrichment. Look it up on Etsy and support this man. Now, you might not even have a ball python. You might have a small dog like I did and might see a need for it. Hey, go ahead and get it. I'm telling you, it's a great thing to have. So his product is a great thing to have. And life coaching is a great thing to have too. But I digress. You know, it's my show, so I can talk about what I want to. Anyway, back to community. So, y'all, it's a very big thing. I said what you want to do is you want to focus on people in your niche. You know what I mean? That's what you want to do. But then you also have to expand the niche too. You know what I mean? Because you'll be surprised to find the people who will still buy from you who actually don't need it, but will need it later on. Now, a lot of times when we market to those people, we call them, what do they call them? Warm leads, I believe. Your warm leads, they're not hot leads, right? They're not hot leads because they didn't buy directly from you. A hot lead buys directly from you, I believe. A warm lead is somebody who's, they didn't click a couple of times, they didn't looked at your stuff, but you got to circle back around to them. You got to send them a message to spark their interest a little bit. Hey, have you thought about buying the product? Or, hey, what do you think about all my services that I offer and everything like that? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, look at these people because they can become potential clients for you. Or if you're out and about, I bought something called the Pixel Bag. Got it in the car right now. Because I know after we get done recording in the studio, we might go grab a bite to eat. Okay. So when we go grab this bite to eat, what am I going to do? I'm going to fire up the Pixel Bag. I'm going to go ahead and have my walking billboard on my backpack. And I'm going to advertise. And guess what? The backpack. This is another thing, people. The backpack sparks conversation as a segue to let people know that I life coach, and I hand them a business card. And now what I've done is I have networked with people that I don't even know. But guess what? I got a podcast, right? Got a YouTube channel. I got life coaching services. I have a book. I have different things for people to gravitate towards and pick and pull from. That is why you want to expand your audience. That is why you want to expand your network reach. Okay? Because you just never know who you might meet or the people you'll come in contact with. You know what I mean? You'll never know it. So I'm challenging each and every one of you, take a look at what you have. And when you take a look at what you have business wise, see if it's something that you can implement and do. See if it's actually something worthwhile. Because I'm telling you, the things that we take for granted and we think that aren't good, I guarantee you, it is a great idea. It's a great idea waiting to happen. The only difference between you and the next person is that they chose to implement it and you didn't. I need y'all to remember this. That's the only difference between you and the next person. They chose to implement it and you didn't. This is why my boy is doing good right now. This is why my guy's making money. And it's crazy because some people will look at you like you're crazy. Be ready for that too. Because some people will look at you dead in the face, think that your product is crap. Okay? But who cares about what they think? Because they're going to buy from somebody else anyway. When somebody tells you no, all it is just a segue for the next yes. That's all it is. A no is just a segue for the next yes. Because where somebody told me, no, Jeff, I don't like what you're doing, I sat up here and I made like $600 more and counting off my book lately. And the pot keeps growing. You know what I mean? So you can't focus so much on the no's, because once you pick up momentum, you need to keep moving. And that's what a lot of people do. They go ahead, they get discouraged because why? The community that's around them already doesn't support what they're doing. So they're putting negative thoughts in your head, right? In your head, and saying that what you're going to do ain't going to shake. No, it is going to shake. The only reason why somebody who will get around you and put negative thoughts in your mind and tell you something isn't going to shake, because they don't have an idea yet. That's all it is. They don't have an idea. So since they don't have an idea, they have to invoke havoc on and rain on your parade because they believe that you're not going to make it because it was something that they didn't think of, or something that they didn't think could actually be worth their own while, right? Worth their own time. So don't focus on their time. Focus on the people that actually care about your time. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do. It can, and better yet, if you can insert yourself into somebody else's time. Let me tell you, that has worked wonders for me. I'm just sitting up, I'm giving away a lot today, but also these are basic principles that we live off of as well. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let y'all know, to get that one-on-one, man, y'all can book me directly. Y'all can give me a call, 219-448-8266. Once again, 219-448-8266. This is what I do, people. This is what I do. We get in the think tank. Oh, shout out to Ebony Davis. She will be my new client. I actually sent her over a contract. We're going to talk about it on Tuesday. It's great things. Ebony wants to get some stuff started. So shout out to you, Ebony, for starting something. And now we're going to make it so you finish it and you maximize even more. So big shout out to you. And the next people that want to come on as clients and whatnot, there's more people out there, but it's little stuff that they going and doing too. Little stuff, but big gains, people. Little stuff, but big gains. You know what I mean? So that's what I have to let people know. There are people who come across me sometimes and I book a 30, 45-minute session with them and we talk about stuff. We do. We talk about, I give them a breakdown. I create stuff for them. Boom, they got a guideline. You know what I mean? That's some quick money. But yeah, that happens too. So if you want a quick consultation, if you just need some guidance in 30, 45 minutes, I can give it to you. I can give you a roadmap. Go out and try it. Now, results vary, people. Know this. Results do vary. So I'm just letting you know there's no perfect thing when it comes to coaching. There is no perfect thing. You just have to take somebody's system, see how it fits and applies to you. And you have to stay repetitive at it in order to see the results that you wish to see. That's all we do as coaches. That's all we do. You got to stick with it. If you're not willing to stick with it, you'll never see the results. And I say never, I'm being honest. I say never because that's what it is. You'll never see the results if you don't put forth any effort to try anything, right? Doesn't that make sense, people? So with that being said, community plays a very big role and part in what it is that you're trying to do. Okay? Always remember, who cares about the community that's telling you no? Stick to the community that will come behind you and support you. So this means, once again, going out to different realms, going out to different events, meeting different and new people, because that's what it takes. The same people going to give you the same results. Let's just be real, people. The same people in your community will continue to give the same results. It's until you branch out and you meet people who are willing to network with you and speak with you and talk to you. Those people will open up new doors for you. Those people will open up things that you have never seen before. Oh, and you are also, Life Coach Jeff will be in downtown Chicago. Downtown Chicago. I got my phone right here. I'm going to pull it up. What I'll do is I'll upload the flyer for the stream and everything. So that way y'all able to see it. I didn't end up getting it downloaded here and everything, but I'm going to read off the fly and I'm going to let y'all know what it is real quick. So Life Coach Jeff will be in downtown Chicago at 306 West Erie Street. Okay. Now listen, special guest will be there. It's hosted by General Hell. And the music is by DJ iPod. I thought that was kind of funny. DJ iPod. But it's Thursday, October 12th, 2023, people, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central. I'm telling you, man, we got a rooftop, man. We doing some real good stuff. My boy went ahead and sponsored it. Trey Capital and the Malachi Empire. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Big ups to y'all. Did a good job. My man, General Hell, Neapolis Malik Malachi. He good at what he do. Y'all look him up too. If y'all want to deal with some stuff pertaining to trust and everything like that, hey, he the one to talk to. He the one to talk to. Either foreign or domestic. Keyword, foreign or domestic. So y'all look him up. But we'll be there on, once again, October 12th, 2023. Okay. Downtown Chicago Mixer with Life Coach Jeff Relaford of what? Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, y'all. Trying to let y'all know, man, 306 West Erie Street, Chicago, Illinois. Come on, y'all. Oh, tickets are also $50 as well. Okay. Tickets are $50. So with the ticket, what it does, it includes bar snacks, one drink ticket, people, one drink ticket. Okay. And a surprise gift. So that's what it is. If you go ahead, you'll end up with a drink ticket, bar snacks, and one surprise gift from your boy here. Okay. So like I said, people, and guess what? I was able to do all of this. Why? Because I expanded my community. Just want to let y'all know that's what expanding the community will do for you. Expanding the community will allow you to link up with people who you can actually do some stuff with. You can move and you can shake with, and you can go to different levels, people, because the name of the game is going to different levels. So remember, keep the community that you have. But also, remember, it's okay to expound on that community also. So guess what, people? Listen, it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you. And remember, redirect, regroup, refocus. And I will see you on October 12th. I also have another event, November 11th. It's called Empower Noir, people. Empower Noir. Oh, man, we're going to be right there at the Gene Shepherd Community Center in Hammond, Indiana. What it is, man, we're focusing on Black mental health, people. Black mental health. Myself and Jennifer Williams are putting this on. And I will also flash that flyer across the screen so you all can see that as well. Empower Noir, November 11th. We are looking for sponsors, and we are also looking for vendors. So if you happen to be a therapist, if you happen to be another life coach, or if you happen to be somebody who deals in the mental health space, we want you there, because we still need to talk about Black mental health in our communities, people. We have to talk about that. So, all right, y'all. Remember, it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff. Redirect, regroup, refocus. I love y'all, and peace out. Thank you for listening and tuning into the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast. We do thank you and appreciate and value you as a listener. Now, I would like to just throw in, please follow us on social media. You can follow us on Instagram as Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, and also Life Coach Jeff Relaford. You can also find me on Facebook as Jeff Relaford. That's my personal page. Go ahead, give me a follow there. I always put up some good inspirational content. And also the business page, Redirect, Regroup, Refocus on Facebook as well. So, all right, you all, thank you for tuning in. And next week, we will be here again. Remember, Redirect, Regroup, Refocus. I love y'all.